I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds real crazy, but I'm starting to think that we all need to be happy about this. Diddy about to be on his way home, y'all. They shot every stone at him, but none of them innocent. They shot every stone they could throw at this man, but not one of them people is innocent. They all dirty. Getting that Diddy dirty money. Dawn Richardson was in a group called Diddy Dirty Money. She's still trying to get paid. In case y'all ain't heard, Donald Trump said he will consider pardoning Diddy and let that man go home to his kids, his moms, his dog. Go out there and make more babies, find another Cassie.
Oh my goodness.
It's about to be happening real soon. All y'all gotta do is stay tuned. They ain't got nothing on them, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button on y'all way in. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification button too. We're about to have a good time. I don't know what y'all sipping on, but I got 3 shots of Henny. Oh my goodness. Got some Coca-Cola in the cup with a whole bunch of ice. Y'all ready for the show? Diddy about to be coming home. The trial is almost over with. They talking about they gonna get finished with it early so they could be at home barbecuing with all that Diddy dirty money in their pockets. They trying to rake up as much cash as they can get before they finish with the trial. This is the biggest movie since The Matrix, and it got a whole lot of people caught up in it. We about to get into this news. All y'all got to do is stay tuned, man. The phone line's open. Y'all could call in if that's what y'all want to do. But if not, all you really need to do is watch the video all the way to the ending because I got you. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this news, man. Trump says he will be pardoning Diddy. He's the man with all the power. He basically run the globe. He able to shut people down, charge people extra. If y'all want to sell stuff in America, well, guess what? You're going to have to pay a little extra in order to do that. Everybody got to pay extra. Everybody got to pay up. He the boss. You might not like it, but if you ever seen a mob movie before, Trump is something like Lucky Luciano. And he talk about giving Diddy a party just to throw his weight around. They ain't got no choice but to respect it. And for all the black people out there that's rocking with Trump, don't be saying that in public. Keep it to yourself. Too many people out here repping that Trump. And it's not a good look. Me, I'll tell you how I feel. Matter of fact, I ain't going to tell you how I feel. That's my personal business. People ought to treat Trump like how they treat their sexuality. Don't nobody gotta know. Yo, shout out to boss man D-Lo. We're going to be talking about him too. But yeah, Trump is talking about giving Diddy a pardon. Y'all need to listen at this because when I heard the news, I knew that it was game over. Cassie got her money. You think she give a damn if Diddy free or not? She bump into Diddy at Lennox. All she going to do is nod her head. She ain't going to be able to do shit else carrying all them bags. The only people care is the people that been paying attention and been invested to this but ain't invested in no stocks. I'm going to shut up about it. Y'all need to hear this. Look at it, y'all.
You mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it.
Would Donald Trump pardon Sean Diddy Combs? The president was asked at a press event at the Oval Office on Friday if he would pardon the disgraced rapper, and this was his response.
First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, that relationship busted up. From what I read, I don't know. He didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do.
My God, man, Trump looking at it from a bird's eye view. He looking down on the landscape of it all. That's how high up there he is. He the president of the United States, and a lot of people don't like it. And people say things when you come into power, but he's still willing to give a pardon. Because that's what bosses do. Damn. It's not even a round table discussion. They asking him questions while he's sitting at the Oval Office. Shit getting crazy, man. And that's why Diddy allegedly stood up in the middle of the court and thanked Donald Trump. The hell with what they talking about? Them accusers, they could sit up there and whine and cry and talk about their allegations until they blue in the face. It really don't matter no more. Because the boss of all bosses, the Lord of the land, Donald Trump, is considering pardoning Diddy, and it's all over the news. So what do that say about the victims? Was they a victim when they was getting paid? Was they victims when they was getting them bad boy checks and loving their life? They said it was hard working for Diddy, but them checks made everything so sweet. That's the same thing people saying working in the warehouses all across America. Same people working in fast food, retail, transportation. It's a hard job, but that paycheck make it all worth it, especially when you able to put food in your baby's mouths, man. Yo, hello, who this is, man?
This big bus from Danville, bro. What's the word? That's King Trump for the guys, bro. Being told you I was 7'4", bro.
Y'all be doing, like I said earlier, y'all be doing too much repping that Trump. You got to keep that on the low, bro.
That's Genghis Trump. Y'all got that man fucked up. He a brother. I don't care what nobody say. He ain't never said nothing about black people. All he did was call Mexicans greasy.
Man. Oh my God, you gotta calm it down, bro.
Murderers. He called them greasy murderers and rapists. And at that time, I agree.
See, that's what's wrong with black people. Gotta fly the flag. It don't matter if you a church, Baptist, Pentecostal, Crip, blood.
I'm a nigga.
Oh my God, you ain't gotta let everybody know.
Nigga nation, boy. I rep that flag. Red, black, and green, man. Yellow.
Yeah. You gotta live your life the way you see fit, bro. They talking about.
Go ahead.
Trump talking about giving Diddy a pardon. How you feel about all this?
Yes, it go with the narrative is fake anyway. They making him out the revelations. The trumpet at the end, one of the four horsemen. It goes with prophecy. Right now, we're doing Diddy being crucified. So I don't care how long they've been crucified. Everybody got to have a savior. That's just Trump. He's the white wine. Look at his hair. He's like the white wine.
You know, I guess when you always have paper and you got money and people been hating on Trump for a long ass time. He don't master the hate, man. It bounced off of him like it's nothing.
Black folks praised Trump all the way up into that first election, man. Ever since the 90s, they praised Trump. Every black woman wanted a white man. They only wanted Trump. You know what I'm saying? Every rap dude put Trump in they raps, man. Ain't no secret they all stayed at his hotels. They like that swag. Only thing he ever did.
I hear what you're saying, but it's all fun and games when shit get real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, black people love Trump, but when he became president, that's when shit got real.
Yeah, because they was they was tricked to hate Trump because he said something about Mexicans, man. Man, if this wasn't on the airwaves, I'd say what I really think, bro. But he ain't say nothing wrong when he went up that elevator. The funniest shit he said was about Jeb Bush's wife, that she looked like the maid off of Family Guy. And yes, his wife was on the cover of magazines because she could. Then he put a Jeb Bush domestic-looking wife up there. And that's when I started fucking with Trump. He kept it real.
Yo, shout out to my Mexican people out there.
Oh, yeah, I love the, Javier and them across the street from me when I was going there. I love them. Mm-hmm. But as a whole, you know what I'm saying? As a whole, then the old Mex, we the old Mex, and these Mexicans is not axioms, bro. I get deep with this.
Hey, people gotta, it depends on your circumstances. It's all about survival out here. Shout out to my Mexican, my black people, and my Caucasian people, Asian people, Puerto Rican, Latino people.
I love all, but all I'm saying is when Trump said that, that's when people started saying he was racist. He didn't say, what did he say? Mexican peoples, he said they sent some rapists, some killers saying he was right. That's a fact.
Yo, we
What
got to
was
get to
wrong?
the question of the day, man, because you all over the place with this Trump stuff. We going to get back to Diddy. We going to get back to Trump. But before we
Okay.
can properly do that, man, I got to ask you, are you proud of who you are today, man? Do you feel like you
Yeah.
accomplished when you look yourself in the mirror? Do you nod to yourself? You happy about who you became?
Yes, because I was way worse than what I am now, and I made it way past where I was. I had 30 years at 100% in prison. Yes, I'm proud. I look at myself with pride every day. I look in the mirror. Yes, I changed my whole hood good. You know, I used to be a motherfucker, bro. I'm reformed. This a real reformed nigga you talking to. I'm still, my mannerisms the same. My viewpoint different.
Yeah, what
I
did
would
it
have.
take for you, man? If you had to rate the difficulty on a scale from 1 to 10 in order to reform yourself, what would you rate it, man? How difficult was it for you to change your
Thousands.
life around? Damn.
Thousands. I got shot. I lost my leg. I went to prison for murder, armed robbery. I had to get my time back. I got shot. My mom and daddy died 6 months when I had gave my 30 years back. As soon as I came home, my mama died in 2 months. My daddy died 6 months later. A hood rat got abortion with my baby on my oldest son's birthday. I've been through a lot.
And
I
you
ain't
still
speak-
out here, kicking it like Bruce Lee.
Man, yeah, I got 4 toes on 1 foot, bro. Yeah, I got low income. My crib, nice.
Know what?
I just
See,
I just had a baby March the 6th. Yeah, I'm
Dang.
43 years old. I've been out 6 years. So, you know, everything I done did, I'm getting my karma. I ain't fucked up about it. You know what I'm saying? But I have changed.
God is good, man. God is good. So would you be happy if Trump went ahead and said, look, Diddy, we're going to give you this pardon. Go home to your family and your friends and get your life back started. Would you be happy about that?
No, but I won't be happy, but it's good entertainment. Yeah, when Trump became president, at first, I was with Hillary Clinton type shit back in the day. But when he won that night, I was still in prison. So I was like, hold on. This gonna be the most entertaining life has ever been coming up. I just didn't know it was gonna go this far. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think it was gonna go this far, have every rapper involved with something, you know, every politician, all that. I didn't know it was gonna go that far. But I knew it was gonna be entertaining.
It's starting to look like Black America is spoiled to a certain extent, considering where we came from, man. Is it a possibility that Black America is ungrateful at this point in history?
Without you, I'm gonna throw something out there ain't nobody said. If black folks don't vote for Trump next time, even though he said you can't be president, it's still gonna be a way watch. He gonna be like, boy, I free Larry. Y'all want to vote for me? I want to see the hell that's gonna come to niggas for not voting for Republican after black folks after they free Larry. That's what I want to know. Like, we free Larry, we want y'all votes. This is better than us giving y'all food stamps.
If he pardoned Diddy, he officially the only Black president we ever had.
Right now he is. When he pardoned Kodak, I said that. When he pardoned Kodak Black, I'll show you right now. I got 2 badges from November and December. I was in the top 5% on YouTube listening to Kodak. So I fuck with Kodak. When he pardoned Kodak, I said, this can't be real, boy. My favorite rapper is him and Lil Wayne. That's when I knew it was something going on in. And then YFN and Young Thug, it's all in there. It's all tied in. YFN, Lucci, motherfucking YSL, Lil Wayne, Baby, The Pardon, Kodak Black, all that. There's artists coming up dead and all this shit. I'm trying to tell you.
You know, sisters don't like to hear us talking like this, man. Why you think that is? Sisters don't want to hear brothers talking about Trump.
Sisters, they want Trump. They tricks is old white men all the way down to the $40 hoe. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, I come from that shit. I ain't fucked up about it. My baby mama a hoe. Fucking me, I know the ins and outs of this shit.
It ain't that bad. It's some good women, especially some good ass sisters out there, man. They just hard to find. They be in the cut. The hoes be out in the open. The hoes be out in the open.
Yeah, they okay then. You teach a man to fish, he gonna fish for life, fish for life.
True, man.
These hoes everywhere.
There's so many good sisters out here that don't get no credit, man, because the hoes is still in all the light.
I swear you ain't lying, because I ain't in the mood to try to get no good female, no white. And I fuck around and be a goofy again.
You know what it is? The reason why men don't find good women is because you have to be good to that woman. And a lot of men
No,
not
that's
trying to
not
do
true.
that.
That absolutely ain't true. If you good to a good woman, you gonna find out she wants you to just dog her anyway. If you a bad boy anyway, that's why she fucking with you.
But in order to have balance, you gotta have. Of course, they don't want no weak ass, soft ass, bitch ass nigga. But you gotta find balance within it too.
Oh yeah, you can try to please a female, but listen, like I said, my situation is different. I know I please female all the time. My situation, I mean, now I got shot all that, lost my leg and all that. So.
Over a female, dog?
Hell no, over just being in the streets, bro.
Yeah, it's rough out there, man. That's why I stay my ass. Yeah, I don't be out there fucking around, man. I'll be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people finding ways to get somewhere and sit their ass down nowadays. And that's the reason why the news is the way. Yeah, people don't figure it out.
I lost my leg. That's the only way I did. I lost my leg, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I learned the hard way. I learned the hard way, bro. That's why I don't advise nobody.
That's what's up. But you still kicking it, man, and you still doing your thing. That's why we gotta let you know we appreciate you, dog. And the next time we go live, you gotta call back, because the way you kick it, don't nobody kick it the way you kick it, man. We ain't got nothing but love for you, bro. No doubt. We're gonna holler at you later. Real talk. Yo, shout out to him and thank him so much for calling in. He a OOG in the game. Done been through hell and back and riding with Trump all the way to the bank. We gotta talk about this real quick, because Diddy about to be coming home. And y'all ain't gonna be able to look him in his eyes when y'all see him. What you gonna say to Diddy? You been listening to his music your whole life, been wearing his jean suits and shit. Some of y'all niggas was wearing his cologne. A lot of y'all women was looking to find a man like Diddy. Looking for a baller with waves. And y'all still out there looking for a baller with waves and some chains on, trying to find Diddy like he ain't been your daddy for the past 30-some years. Trump about to let that man walk, because he know what it's like to get hated on. Trump said he grab him by the you-know-what. That's the era they come from. Now you got all this soft ass going on in the world. These brothers wearing all this pink lilac and all that. And I think it's fly. I can't knock a brother that like to take very, very, very good care of himself. Ain't nothing wrong with that, because the women ain't doing it for the most part. Hairy legs, hairy armpits, hairy backs. I even dealt with a chick that had hairy shoulders, but she was fine though. All I'm trying to say is Trump about to let Diddy walk, and y'all gonna be mad, but what y'all gonna say to Diddy when y'all seen this BS trial? They're accusing him of being a pimp, but he ain't never sold no hoes. They accusing him of being a pimp, but he ain't never sold no hoes. So how that's gonna work? How he gonna do time for that? They can't even explain the pimping. They can't even persecute the pimping. They looking for loopholes to figure out the pimping. They got testimonies and shit, not even corroborating with the pimping. Y'all seen the trial. And Trump about to be looking at this, and I'm pretty sure when Trump see what's going on, he gonna be bugged the fuck out, like, what is going on in the world today? You mean to tell me he was paying male escorts to bang his chick, and he caught up for sex trafficking, and the male escort came to the court and gave his testimony like he doing some legal shit? That's like a drug dealer showing up to court explaining how they sold drugs to the fiend. Shouldn't his ass be behind bars? Donald Trump refused to dismiss the possibility of a pardon for Sean Diddy Combs, even though the rap tycoon is currently on trial on sex trafficking and other serious charges. The president said he was aware that he might be asked for clemency. Nobody asked, he told reporters. But I know people are thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. So he was just waiting for people to ask. He been waiting to flex some muscle. Like, Diddy used to be my mans. Y'all seen his mug shot? Y'all forgot? Let me wake y'all back up. You know what it's like to be done dirty, especially by a female. Fannie Willis. Look at this, man. He know people trifling out here. He was mad as hell when he had to go down there. They just wanted to take his picture. They tried to maim him like a dog. Him and his whole staff. Now they running the show. They had Giuliani with the mug shot because Fannie Willis called them down there, man. Had a black woman tell y'all that, bring that ass. Fannie smacked them on their ass when they left the damn building. Like, y'all gonna get some act right. She gave them some pop, y'all. I don't think Trump remember that. They got a vendetta. Now they riding for their homies. They know what it's like to be in the can. They know what it's like to be in a situation. They can sympathize with a Diddy. They don't like the way that shit feel. They Diddy supporters right now. A Trump mugshot for history. It's going in the history books. Hell, Giuliani and all them. She made all them bigwigs come down there and get their photo taken. Now, you know they looking, man, but you ain't seen Fanny since. She walking around with them big ass shoulders and shit, talking about they her bitches. Oh my goodness. Now he talking about he gonna do it out of spite. Why not? But that's Negro here, no there. Y'all need to listen at this, man.
He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, first of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of, that relationship busted up from what I read. I don't know. He didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So I can't, it's not a popularity contest. So I don't know. I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
Yo, man, he all about being fair. He don't care about none of that shit. Said the country doing good, everything all good. If he can make it good for Diddy, that's what he gonna do. Regardless of what he had to say about him in the past, was right is right, was wrong is wrong. People overpricing goods in the store. Got Americans paying extra. He figured we gonna pay extra until y'all take the extra off the extra. Y'all see how y'all like the way it feel to pay extra. It's a possibility things gonna get cheap out here. The rent might even go down. And Diddy gonna be home dancing again with his baby girl. That's all I want to see, y'all. And I ain't no Diddy supporter. If he go to jail, he go to jail. If Trump pardon him, he pardon him. If he don't, he don't. It ain't gonna make me no difference. But to see a brother at home with his kids, barbecuing, laughing, his mother 80-something years old, for him to be able to spend time with his moms again. People feel like his relationship with his moms is inappropriate, but that's their family. You wanna know what I think it is? People wish they was Diddy. People wish they had his life. People wish they was a part of his family, and that's why people so concerned with this man. If you could trade your life for Diddy's, you would probably do it in a heartbeat. And that's why my question for y'all out there is, are you proud of who you are today? All of the things you've been through, did it make you a better person? Or do you feel like life done kicked your ass? Do you feel like life made you its bitch? Or is you making life your bitch? Are you proud of who you are today? I ain't talking about when you woke up yesterday. I'm talking about this very moment that may be your very last. Are you proud of who you are? I know Trump been through a whole lot of things. Being born with that silver spoon in his mouth, he ain't know rather to bite, nibble, chew. He ain't know what to do. When he took his first steps in them Versace shoes, he ain't know what they was. It took him later in life to figure out that they was some $5,000 shoes.
Oh my goodness.
Diddy, on the other hand, he make it seem like he was raised up gutter. But his mother was doing a whole lot of work. I don't know what type of work she was doing, but he was raised up living a good life. His father was out there hustling and got caught up in the game. They call him a snitch. But Diddy ain't never snitch on nobody. He got people snitching on him. So is he a better man Then his father, I ain't never met his dad. And I hate to be speaking on the dad, but I'm pretty sure Diddy made out a whole lot better than his father did. So his family is very, very proud of him, regardless of how y'all feel about it. We all got sexual tendencies. Everybody got an inner freak. The only difference is the world don't know about what you be liking. Diddy like it when them dudes come in there real buff with that baby oil and Cassie get naked so he can watch in the shadows like a motherfucking vampire. That's how he got off, man. I would love to know how y'all get off out there. And I ain't gonna speak on my personal business, but I ain't never been a freak, thank God. I'm a degular type of dude when it come to bedroom activities. I don't do extra shit. I don't see the point. I ain't trying to break my back. I'd rather break your back. Oh my goodness.
Goodness.
Suge Knight thinks Diddy should testify. Who gives a fuck what Suge Knight think about any of this? Yo, get this out. What's up with this today? What happened in court? I ain't been paying attention, so we gonna check it out right now. I'm gonna catch myself up. And if we get a phone call, that's great. But if not, this is what we doing right now. What happened in court? More testimony next week. Maya, a former assistant to Sean, whoever the fuck this is, she using an alias. They don't know her real name. They don't even know if she really worked for Diddy. This is one of them DLC characters. They put her together on some NBA 2K shit. She a creative player in the game. She not authentic at all. They put her together just to work the trial because they ain't got no more juice left in this damn lemon, y'all. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. I like to make examples and prove points real quick. Y'all bear with me. Let me pull this up. Yo, how y'all feeling out there? Y'all good? I hope y'all is, because Diddy about to come home. And I don't know why y'all gonna be mad, but I know y'all gonna be mad. I don't give a damn either way. I'm just tired of saying Diddy all this. I tried calling him Puffy, P. Diddy. I started calling him P. Daddy. I'm just sick of saying Diddy, man. Whenever they done with this shit, I'm gonna be happy. Okay, let me make my point. Okay, look. That Maya chick, this what they did in the courtroom, man. They gave her a name, an appearance. They did all that shit. They simulated her ass just like on 2K. They made up some shit. Gave her attributes. Instead of a point guard, they made her Diddy's assistant. They boosted her stats to make her credible and all that bullshit. That's what happened with this, y'all. So y'all got to understand what I'm talking about. Good. The trial so far. Mia is the latest witness to accuse Combs of various forms of abuse during his sex trafficking trial. Ventura, his former girlfriend, gave nearly 20 hours of... Now, this the thing. The last chick they had up there, the Capricorn Clark, said Diddy ain't never tried to freak off with her. Ain't never had sex with her. But then they found out that she sent Diddy texts talking about how she was crushing on him or whatever. So I'm under the assumption that these women that he hired them because they was with it. If you ain't with it, you just ain't gonna get no job. And there's plenty of men out there. You ain't trying to have no chick work for you. I mean, it all depends on how professional you are. And by the sounds of things, Diddy wasn't professional at all. If you're a legitimate businessman, you all about being professional at all times, that's one thing. There's plenty of men out there like that. They're married, and even them dudes get caught up doing some shit that they ain't got no business doing with some female that's employed by them. One thing leads to another. She trying to get that raise. Now she trying to get you a raise. Shit happens. But for the most part, respectable men don't move like that. Diddy, on the other hand, he's the CEO of Bad Boy Records. You can't expect nothing good out of him. He's not the Pope. He's not a pastor. And even if he was, you still couldn't trust him. So for these women that was working for him, they was working for him. That's the only way he gonna see it. Unless you some old, even if you some old crippled chick, Diddy don't give a damn. He'll still wax that ass. He'll figure out something to do with you. He'll make it interesting. And he like to watch. So he could put you in a scenario to where he ain't got to get it in with you. He'll hire somebody else to get it in with you. Somebody that you like. He'll let you pick the man out. That's how he moving. So for all these women that was employed by Diddy, I believe that they was 1,000% with it. And why not? They make it seem like Diddy some fat, nasty bastard that don't nobody want. Before all of this shit went down, there's women out there, when they saw Diddy, they just be in awe. Like, I wish that was my man. Only if I had a man like Diddy. It's women that get down on their knees and pray for a man like Diddy. But yes. So y'all need to cut that out. Whoever this Jane Doe creative player is or whoever the fuck, she was with it. That's just my opinion. I don't know for sure. You know, maybe you feel different about it, but that's the way I feel about it. Federal charges. Combs has pleaded not guilty to the charges and all that. What's been going on in court? Day 13. Trial wraps up. We gonna take it all the way back. I'm gonna catch myself up, get up to date on my stories. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all this is. Ain't nothing but a soap opera. Remember the Young and the Restless, all that shit back in the day? That's all this is. The modern day soap opera. Not to be taken seriously. But they want people to take it seriously, but shit so high, it ain't nothing but entertainment. Anonymous Diddy employee will resume testimony this morning. So they looking at a picture. They trying to figure it out. Okay, Diddy's ex-employee and Diddy. Whatever happened there, I'm pretty sure it's typical behavior in the hip-hop industry. Now, they want to incriminate a nigga for being a nigga. That's basically what they trying to do with this trial. How can we incriminate this black man for being a black man with a whole lot of money? Let your uncle come up on 50 mil and see how he do your auntie. Can you imagine? Let your little brother, put your little brother in your mind. Imagine he get 50 mil. He might not live till the morning.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, yo. Yo, hello, who this is, man?
Hey, this is Mrs. Williams. How are you?
Miss Williams is here. I'm over here feeling amazing. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Trial.
Oh, yeah, you've been following it. How you feel about all this?
Wow, terrible. I text you today and I told you I feel very terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Because, see, I think he's being, and I'm not saying, this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying Diddy ain't an angel. We already know he ain't an angel. But there was a lot of people involved with this. More than what we can think. There was so much people involved. He was not born in this world the way they trying to portray him. And I'm watching all the media outlets how they portraying him like he is the worst of the worst. Ain't nothing tying up to the charges. They could say what they want to say. Nancy Grace, all of them could say, because I'm listening to all of them, what they say. That's corrosion.
Mm-hmm. That's real. That's all it really is, man. And I'm starting to wonder, are people losing interest in this, or is it still holding people's interest with all this? Because anybody with a brain could see that there's something obviously wrong with this whole trial.
Well, I don't know if y'all been listening to Joe Brown. He's a judge, and I think he's a good judge. He's been around for years, and he's talking what's going on. There's something corrupt. You see, and I don't know if Diddy knows that attorney that he got, Comey. Her father was the FBI director, and if y'all look him up, he was the most corrupted FBI director in the United States ever. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know if Diddy knows. So to me, they all working together. Diddy pay even his attorney. I don't even trust his attorneys at this point. This is how I'm looking at it. And I know, because I've been in the game long enough, and I just had a trial with my daughter, and I know what they did in Atlanta, Georgia to her. She was railroaded in. You understand what I'm saying? And I know that the judicial system, I just saw what happened with my daughter, and now I'm seeing with Diddy, and I've seen what I'm looking at all what they doing. They just bringing them down.
It's a dog-eat-dog world, man. Same way they did Mike Vick And they found Jaheim with a house full of dogs. He had like 16 dogs, and they talking about putting him in jail with Diddy.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's a doggy
So you
dog
know,
world, man.
I feel sad for his kids. I feel sad for his mother. You know, I look at her because I was a mother standing in trial with my daughter. My daughter got life sentence, and I saw how they railroad her. Now we fighting to get her fair trial. You understand? So I know how they can railroad you. People think because of the system is really messed up. They will do you. They don't care about that. And we looking at it again. I'm looking at it again with Diddy. And again, I want to say this. No, I'm not saying that Diddy was an angel. No, he was not an angel. But for the charges that they trying to put on him, it is not correct. That is not right. They need to align DV. That's what he should be charged for. And you know, and other stuff, but not racketeering. They trying to do the most to put that man away just because he's a black man, and they brought him all the way up there. They gave him all the power, gave him all the money. Now they want to bring him down. And you see, this is a game that we don't understand. You see, I know because I am an aunt of an artist, one of the crisscrossers, and I know what they did to them. Them little kids that were taken, and I know exactly what they did to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you said, and that's why I got to ask you this question because on the Henny show, people tune in to get a laugh or whatever, but my question is, are you proud of who you are today? You said your daughter got a life sentence. You sat there and witnessed everything. And I
I
know,
witnessed everything, and at the end of the trial, sir, let me tell you, you know what they're gonna ask me? What do you have to say? What can I say? Because you already made up your mind. It was a mind up jury. The whole time I was complaining to the state of Georgia that she was leaving her kids alone. And I'm not trying to change the subject, and then it turned out to be like, like she did something to her kids. She didn't do nothing to them because she just left them alone. That's what y'all should have charged her for. See what I'm saying? But anyway, back to Diddy, what I'm trying to say is, it's the same thing. They just switch things around. And I see that's what the system is all about. Switching things around. They're not doing it right. They're not doing it
so
right.
you saying that they'll take one wrong and make it 1,000 different wrongs.
A different wrong. If you look at every outlet, I just look at them how they so pleased, and some of our people, I just get so mad. We shouldn't be coming against our people. We should be with, even if they're wrong or right, we need to know because they're not right neither. You see what I'm saying? But our people are so quick to go against each other. That's what makes me so mad. That's why today we in the predicament that we in. We ain't never together. We don't never stick together. Never, never, never. We don't never stick together. We always want to fight and want to be one above another. See, that's the problem.
Yeah, I think we don't realize how much money we have as a community. That's the problem. If we only knew how much wealth we really have as a community, we would have more respect for each other. Because the black dollar is empowering everybody but us, man. The black dollar is paying for other people to go to college. The black dollar is building communities for other people. If we understood how much money we really have amongst each other, we would be willing to deal and respect each other a whole lot better. But the problem is we don't realize how much wealth we have because we so quick to spend it as soon as we get it.
That's right. And you see that Cassie, I'm not trying to say nothing about her. Well, this is my problem I have with her. She got the money. How in the world she's allowed to continue to testify? Girl, you got paid. Go sit down somewhere with that money.
My take is they paid her to go with this narrative that it was all about her and Diddy instead of mentioning, because it's a lot of celebrities that's worth millions of dollars. They ain't trying to fuck up their sponsors and their brands just by being affiliated or mentioned in this trial, especially in no sexual type of way. I believe that her and Diddy was tag teaming a lot of them celebrities, getting them in the bed. They were swingers. They had, I believe they had Kid Cudi. They recruited him in the bed. Yeah.
That was absolutely right. You see, and then when it got ugly, and then maybe they got all drugged up and they started fighting one night, and now she's gonna feel like it was a problem. But the whole time she was setting up stuff. She was doing stuff right along with him, and she was staying right there. And they all cried that they were scared to leave. God damn it, how scared can you be? I don't understand that. You can run, trust me.
This the thing about it, y'all. When Diddy hit the club with Cassie, He gave her assignments. Go get that nigga, get this one, get that one, and bring them back to me. So when they talk about she was with Michael B. Jordan, Diddy sicked her ass on Michael B. because that's who he wanted in the bed with him. He used Cassie as bait to get whoever he wanted. They probably wouldn't be willing to rock with Diddy if he approached them. But if
He was
Cassie,
young. He was very young, and he was able to manipulate her. We understand that part. We understand all that. But you see, she was smart enough to get out there, and she knew what she was doing. She knew what she wanted. She knew exactly that if she stayed there, she thought she was going to get up there to the top. But she got a surprise. See what happened? Sometimes when you chase that money, and not all money is good now. You got to know how you're going to chase that money. And in the industry, there's no such thing as industry. That's a demonized industry. Bottom line, that's it. It's a bottom. It's the industry. There's no such thing as the industry. Clyde Davis, LaGrange, all of them. They all just under one agenda to take our black men down, put them in a dress, and control and come against each other. That's all it's all about. It's just they it's like a show. It's like they sitting back and it's a show. They put you out there and they see that blacks is out to get the money and they like fashions and this, so they give them all the power. They put them up there and then they shut them down. And in an ugly way, when they shut the black men down, it's so ugly. It's real ugly. It's sad. It's so sad. And they don't see it.
Ain't nothing but facts you talking about. You called in, you got that fire in your eyes, the eye of the tiger and everything. And with all that being said, where you at right now in your life, when you wake up in the morning, do you feel good about who you are? Are you happy about who you are? Are you proud of who you are today? Not yesterday. We talking about this very day. You been feeling good about yourself today? Are you proud of who you are today?
I'm proud of who I am today, but you know what I'm also be debating every day is a battle in the mind. I could have done better as I was younger. But you know what? We all did mistakes. You understand what I'm saying? We all did mistakes. Like I tell my daughter, I never bought my house. My daughter's 30-something years, she just bought her house. You don't know how much I've been celebrating every single day because you know what I didn't did, she did. You understand what I'm saying? And then my granddaughter, she's doing her thing, doing excellent. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. My other child, I'm sorry that they gave her a life sentence, but she didn't want to listen to me. She didn't want to listen to me. She was out there running the streets with a young man and brought her down. And, now she got a life sentence, and now we're fighting for her. So I pray for both of my daughters. I'm glad I only had 2 daughters, and I didn't have a bunch of kids. Then I see what happened to my nephew, Chris Cross, came in the world, Jermaine Dupri put him out there, and, everybody knows what happened. That little boy did not go to Greenbrier and got discovered to be dead at a young age like that. And I already had broke up with my husband. And when one day I came home, he had black nails in his nails. And I asked my husband, I said, why Chris got black polish in his nails? Oh, just be quiet, mind your business.
He was on some devil time?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They all are. That's why I know the industry. I've been around. I've been the brat. I know all of them. All of them. They all, you see, Jermaine took them little kids and just one song they did, that jump song, and that was it. They couldn't do nothing else.
Which one of Chris, the light one or the dark one?
The one that died. The one that died is the one that's my nephew. Chris,
and he the light one?
No, the dark one.
The dark one. Yo, rest in peace.
The one that they said he had cancer in the head. It wasn't cancer. It was alopecia he had.
Oh, damn. Yo, rest in peace to him, man. Yo, they went hard back in the day. Shout out to Chris Cross, yo. No doubt.
But anyway, I just wanted to say this is so sad to me. Every time I watch a celebrity, of my kind, my people, it's just terrible. It's just terrible what's going on. And I feel sorry for the mother. I look at the mother because I know that pain when she's going in to see her son. I know that. And no matter what they say about that, the mother did this, she kissed him. Hell, you know what? He loved his mother, and he said it. He said, my mother hid that thing from my father. She didn't want to tell me. Mm-hmm. So the people look at it different. No, that's his mother. You're going to love your mother. Mm-hmm. Jewish people kiss each other in the mouth. They always want to insinuate stuff. Just because y'all don't got that relationship with y'all parent. He do. He got that because that was just him. You know?
No doubt.
So,
He loved his
but
mom. She loved him too. You know, that's the type of, it was all love based. That was their relationship.
She got up today out of that truck walking. She made me laugh. I tried to be there every day for your son because I was there for my daughter every day. I went to the trial. I don't care what they said. I was there for my daughter. Yes, I was.
That's
well, I
what's
wanted
up.
to thank you for letting me say what I wanted to say, but this is just very sad, very sad, very sad. There's nothing happy about it, and I hate it when people get online. They start talking so bad, and we don't need to be talking back. We need to come together.
Yo, we got to keep in touch, man, because I love real people. You a realist, man. Ain't nothing like having real people in your life, man. We definitely got to keep in touch. No doubt. Yo, when you see me live, yo, feel free to pick up the phone. You call me anytime. I'm going to pick up for you, man. So much love.
Right,
we going to holler at you later, no doubt. Be good. Take care. Yo, shout out to her. Thank her so much for a phone call. And y'all over there, man. I know y'all pissed off. Y'all heard the news. Trump about to look into it. He could throw his weight around. Ain't no janitor. Ain't no manager at Walmart somewhere. Shout out to my people at Walmart. He ain't working at Costco's. He the president of the United States of America. He talking about he considering pardoning Diddy. He can get the job done. They could cut all the chit chatter, all of the whining and crying, the testimony, giving up in there, telling sob stories about how they worked for Diddy. So quick to take that man money, and whatever happened after that, then hell, you been bought. That's what you get for selling yourself cheap. High wages for low lows. They going on and on with this bullshit. Yo, we need to listen at this.
Rapper was arrested in September and was denied bail while awaiting to go to court. He is currently on trial and is facing several federal charges, including racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. He has pleaded not guilty to all the charges. If convicted, he faces life in prison.
They keep saying that. Like, we don't know what the deal is. We know what's going on. He denying all charges. They got him by his balls, but they can't tell him what he did. They grilling Diddy right now. His back up against the wall. They fucking with him real bad. It's like that scene in Juice when Raheem, the nigga, had Tupac up against the wall and he was all on his nuts. And yo, let me show y'all something. Hold on, Raheem. I'm gonna make my point. Y'all hold on. Making my point. Hey, y'all hit that like button for me. Y'all remember the movie, man. It wasn't Raheem, what the nigga? Rodamez. Look, Rodamez. For all my BET heads out there. Y'all remember when Rodamez had Tupac up against the wall and he was popping mad shit and Tupac was scared? And then when Pac looked over and seen his boys, he started talking shit. Because he knew that he was going to get off. That's what Diddy going through right now. Them persecutors, the jury, they all in his grill. They popping that shit. He look across the street. He see Trump and the whole government. Now Diddy could talk his shit. Like Cassie wasn't nothing but a $2 hoe anyway. She wanted to do them free calls. Her nasty ass ought to be happy she ever met me. She would have never met me. She would have been a little cokehead skank for Ryan Leslie. Like, this motherfucker loco, man. Next thing you know, Trump come over there and break it all up. But that's Negro here nor there. Okay, let's get back into this. Y'all listening? All right, here we go.
The latest on what happened today in the courtroom for Sean Diddy Combs' federal sex trafficking and racketeering trial. We've been relying so heavily on our colleagues at Fox 5 New York to help us tell this story. And Fox 5's Richard Giacobis, reporter there, joins me outside the courthouse with the latest. Richard, so good to see you here. If you could, get us up to speed. What took place today?
You know, the drama and the twists and turns, Andrew, they never seem to end. Week 3 of testimony in this sex trafficking and racketeering trial against Sean Diddy Combs is now in the books with his former personal assistant, one of them, under the pseudonym Mia, going under cross-examination for the first time in her testimony, her second day on the stand. And while she was on the stand, she says that her trauma brain often wins over her logic brain. The former female assistant testifying, claiming she was physically and sexually abused by Combs. Today, Mia answered questions as to why she worked for Combs for so long and why she did things like make...
I ain't never known Diddy to have a white lady working for him like that. Not one like this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never... Where they get her from? He must have kept her on the low. He ain't never put her in no rap videos. That probably would have been inappropriate. I don't know. She said her right brain worked better than her left brain. Her trauma brain worked better than her logic brain. This is the second psycho case they had come up there. Matter of fact, the third, fourth psycho case to come up there with a testimony. Not hear what the news saying, but they switch it up every time. Sometimes you got to see what they said in court. The judge discusses how he can help Combs' lawyer get more time with their client. So they talk about letting Diddy's lawyers spend more time with him so they can talk things out. That's something they should have worked out in the beginning. That's a disadvantage. That's something that they're trying to fix because moving forward, you know, this ain't no slam dunk. They got to get all their ducks in the row because they've been screwing this man over, and they don't want it to look bad on their part. Because it's starting to look really bad on all their part. He shouldn't even be in there, first of all. You know, so they got to try to, cut Diddy some slack. Judge Sumerian is on the bench, and he's working through some issues with the lawyers before the jury is brought in. He is discussing how he can get Diddy Combs' lawyers more time with him to prepare outside of trial hours. Defense attorneys had previously raised concerns that their team does. So the judge is basically siding with Diddy. That's all this is about. He trying to save his own ass. Like, look, I cut him some slack. Trump is on the shit. They working on pardons and all that. I ain't trying to look like the bad guy. Because if things go left, the judge going to take the brunt of the blame when Diddy get off. Or even if he go to jail. The judge is going to be held accountable for all of the foolishness that's going on. So to cover his own ass, he like, look, let me cut y'all some slack over here because this is teeter-totting all over the place. Let's move on. Prosecutors want to show the jury charts of hotel and flight records. Prosecutors and defense attorneys are still discussing evidentiary issues before the jury is brought in for the day. This includes summary charts that prosecutors want to use later in the trial to show the jury how much is Diageo paying these motherfuckers, man. Like, look, they already gave us the money. We got to patch this shit together or give the money back. Like, we got to look at hotel flights or whatever, like motherfuckers don't travel. Like he ain't got his own private jet. While they talking about hotels and flight records, he got a private jet making him $4 million a month. Probably more than that. They talking about traveling. Yeah, international superstar. Of course they gonna travel and get hotels. The fuck? They gonna Airbnb it? Or he gonna sleep in the car? And if he have sex in the car, they definitely gonna be talking about he's sex trafficking.
Goodness.
He didn't get no hotels. He was living in the van. That's sex. She was having sex in the van. He didn't purchase hotel tickets. He was literally having sex on the interstate, Your Honor. What the hell is going on here? Combs' former assistant is back on the stand. Mia, the DOA character, former assistant of Diddy, was using a pseudonym. Mia is back on the stand. The jury is now entering. So the jury walking into a creator player. Like some random bitch, some pseudonym asshole up there talking about what happened between her and Diddy. How you gonna be in court with a pseudonym? Like they can't see your face. Did they make her wear a mask? They gave her a Halloween mask. She up there looking like the motherfucker from Scream talking about Diddy. She look at the jury talking about, was I?
Goodness.
Former employee says she was desperate to keep her best friend dynamic with Combs. She told the jury she was on his nuts. Like, yup, I'm a meat writer. Assistant U.S. Attorney Madison asked the former assistant testifying in the Combs trial why she would write "love you" in text messages to the mogul even after being sexually assaulted by him. What the fuck, man? Because it's just how we talk to each other. When the dynamic will shift to the best friend dynamic, you're just desperate to keep it there because you're saying, get this bitch the man. Let me calm down. Because I ain't trying to disrespect no women, but come on, y'all. Diddy was tapping that ass and she was loving it. Behind Cassie's back. Love you. That was her boo, her baby. He triggered, talking about she working 24 hours. That's because she was living with daddy. Eat with Diddy, sleep with Diddy. She ain't never left his side, man. His number one freak. A personal assistant. Yo, let's keep it real, man. Whenever you go to any type of establishment and it's a brother in there and he got a personal assistant, you know damn well he tapping that ass. I don't give a damn if it's a doctor's office, a dentist's office, a personal assistant, somebody that do whatever you need them to do when you need it done. Shit, you basically her daddy. Especially when your name Puff Daddy. He could call it P. Diddy, Diddy, Puffy, whatever. He's daddy. And all the people that was employed by him understood this much because he the one paying the bills. He the one writing the checks. He don't write rhymes. He write checks. Y'all remember that? Now she's trying to explain that she was faking the funk in order to keep. Let's move on, yo. Whole trial stupid. Combs former, wait till Trump see this shit. He gonna come in the courtroom and grab her by the pussy, man.
Goodness.
Like, I heard about you. Yes, I know. You like to freak off, don't you? Don't lie to me. No, just tell the truth. You liked it when Diddy did this. Come on, let me grab you. You like that? I know you do. Don't lie to me. You've been loving it. Did you love receiving paychecks from Mr. Combs? Did you enjoy? They need to let Trump come up there and be the damn cross-examiner. Did you like getting paid? Did you like getting those bad boy checks? Oh, you like getting paid from bad boys. Is that, if you were my daughter,
Goodness.
Combs' former assistant, I'm working overtime for y'all. How long I been on here? Y'all ain't about to work me to death. And we ain't getting no phone calls. I'm gonna kick it for, how much longer? Look, we don't get a, and this ain't no threat. Better yet, it's a promise. If we don't get a call in 5 minutes, we just gonna go ahead and end the stream, man. And in the meantime, I might as well just answer the question my damn self. Y'all ain't about to work me to death. I gave y'all the news. Trump about to pardon Diddy. At least he considering it. And allegedly, Diddy thanked Trump with sign language in the courtroom for the lady that was drawing the pictures. They talking about he was throwing up gang signs, but if you look at them pictures closely, Diddy was saying, thank you, Donald Trump, for considering pardon. That's all that was happening in that picture. Yo, hello, who this is, man?
Hey, Sean, it's me. It's Lala.
Oh, man. You know what, Lala? I've been waiting for years, man. How you feeling?
Yeah, you should be waiting because everybody needs to wake up. Everybody on the stream needs to wake up and listen to you, first off. Wake up, everybody. It's Friday night. It's Friday. It might be raining, but shit, it's Friday.
Wake up. Wake up, everybody. Wake up.
The last time I was on the stream, I forgot to give you the credit you deserve. And I want to say thank you. 5 years ago, I subscribed to you, maybe a little for that, and you had a lot of comedic relief on here. It was like fake news. It was great. Even today, I still appreciate you. I want you to know that. Now, I'm
man.
watching.
So much love. So much love.
It says, are you proud of the person you are today? Now, can I ask you that for all your viewers here? We want to know, are you proud of who you are today? as well.
Oh, most definitely, man. I'm so very proud of who I am today because every day you realize your blessings. And every morning I wake up, I thank God because if it wasn't for God, I don't know what would be going on. What would life be without the acknowledgement of God, man? I appreciate the Lord so much, man. If it wasn't for God, that's my best friend. That's my everything, man. As long as I got God, I'm good. I don't care about nothing. I mean, it's great to have people. It's great to have relationships and stuff like that. But there is no relationship greater than the relationship I have with God, man. I'm forever grateful. It's bringing tears to my eyes, man. God is wonderful, and I'm
So you
I'm
live in your
proud.
life purpose.
Yes, man, I'm proud of who I am because I have a relationship with God. If I didn't have a relationship with God, I wouldn't know I wouldn't even be here, man. I wouldn't even be alive if I didn't have a relationship with God, man. It's my relationship with God that keep me breathing.
Okay, but what about that relationship with God that you give to us? Like you live in your life purpose. Okay, you have a relationship, but do you feel like you're living your life purpose when you give us this amazing news or comedic background or like this?
Yes, indeed, man. When I say the Henny Report, it's
Mm,
people out there that may not take a drink, or they probably feel like they need a drink, or they had a long
mm,
day, like, I need a drink. There's people out there that
mm,
never drank before, don't even know. I'm giving you that relief. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? I'm giving you these
mm.
shots. You tune into this, I take the shot for you. That's what I'm doing here.
I feel you because I mean the stuff that you be digging up, I'm like, man, you gotta have some help or something. If not, it's still incredible and you are amazing. So thank you for
I
this
appreciate you so
platform.
much, man. You called in and you really made my day. Now I gotta ask you because I want to talk to you about Diddy and everything that's going on with the trial. But it's important to
Mm,
ask this question because people want to chime in on the celebrities and talk crazy about the people and hearsay, she say, he say, and all that nonsense. But are you proud of who you are today? After
hell
all you've
yeah.
been through in your life, the people you met, the relationships you had, how do you feel about yourself right now? Are you proud of yourself today?
Hell yeah. I'm a spiritual advisor. I called you a couple last week or something like that, a little over
Mm-hmm.
that. Hell yeah, I live in my purpose. I help people every day and I could see through all of the bull. Yes. I'm sorry for my language, but I do curse a lot. And this is my beer report. Okay, I'm on my Budweiser, y'all. It's Friday, I'm on my Budweiser
Yeah.
and my
Be,
THC. Okay?
being a spiritual
Mhm.
advisor, is that a burden that you carry? Like, do you feel like it's a heavy load in order to be a spiritual advisor?
A heavy load. I don't try to look at it as a burden because just like you, it's a gift from God. So I have to look at all the things that I have to count my blessings with it. And
Mm-hmm.
so I lean more so on, wow, I know that. And then being on a platform where I get to express that with people. Like say if I didn't get to, I'd be gaslit all the fucking time. But excuse
Mm-hmm.
my language, y'all. I'm so sorry. But yeah, but being where I am now and being able to spread that, I'm like, this girl, this is what I see. He over here scratching his butt. He got herpes on the butt, girl. You need you need to let that go. And you're like, how the fuck that happened? Girl. And guess what? It'd be real. It'd be on point. But if I would have said that to people I grew up with or people I've been around who project onto me and what they felt I should be, then they'd be like, oh my God, you're lying. You don't know nothing. And that person would hide it too. And
Yeah.
that's very understandable if I'm just calling shit out. But as I got a job where people actually ask me and I give them the messages and boom, God has got my back and I allow myself to be supported in this every single day.
I would love to share your platform because there's people out there that need some type of guidance. They got stuff going on in their life and they just can't find no answers or whatever the case is. If you don't mind, I mean, if you want to keep it discreet, that's understandable. But if you don't mind us taking a view or taking a look into what it is you got going on, we got time because Diddy ain't going nowhere. He gonna be in the news. We can take a detour.
I think, well, everybody, thank you so much. It's not my platform to share, but I am Lala AF. And I've messaged you a few times in the inbox on Instagram, and you've been very professional. I'm like, look, I told you, I saw this. I told you everything I told you on, so I'm Lala. I am Lala
Lala I
AF.
am. So when I go to the
I
YouTube
am.
search, I
Go ahead,
type in
baby.
Lala I am.
I'm Lala as fuck. I'm Lala AF.
AF, Lala AF.
The
So
abbreviation of
you don't
I.
have a YouTube. You just have a IG.
Well, I went went viral many years ago on YouTube. I went out the country, got my eye color permanently changed. So if you do find me, I'm under Latera TV or I'm Lala AF, and you'll see a whole bunch of videos with hundreds, thousands of views of me who went out the country 15
That's
years
what's up,
ago.
man. So you've been
Yeah.
doing your thing as a spiritual advisor. How long have you been doing the spiritual advisory thing?
Okay. 2 years, I would say, well, through almost 3 years professionally on a platform. About 15 years where I would help people just around it, like who are around me. And then probably all my life I've been like this. Like my mother used to be like, what's his password to his phone? I'm like, here you go, Mom. You know, you thought I was a hacker.
That's what's
And then
up,
I
man.
got into hacking, HTML, CSS, but I'm very nerdy.
Hold on, no,
intellectual.
don't incriminate yourself. Matter of fact, Diddy is the one that's being incriminated. So we gonna stick to Diddy because you all over the place talking about your hacking background and stuff. We ain't trying to get you caught up, man. But
No, I don't
I
do
know
that
you.
now.
I know
Yeah.
you heard the news about
Yeah.
Trump considering giving Diddy a pardon, and people like, oh, it's a possibility Diddy is going to walk. But in your mind, with your expertise, I know you look into this stuff from a spiritual
Oh,
perspective.
yeah.
Do you feel like Diddy deserved to walk, or do you feel like he deserved to do hardcore time for the stuff they're accusing him of?
I think that he needs to walk. I think they need to let him go for this particular shit. But the other shit that I do know about, and I'm so happy that they're bringing it up, like little glimpses that we're not paying attention to, like Prince. I do feel like, Prince, I feel like that was a part of Diddy with his addictions and things like that. And then she brought that up, and I was like, you know what? I do know like a lot of these celebrity deaths that were happening with the old heads are a part, like even with Whitney, like her dope use and stuff like that. So there's a lot more shit just going on. Excuse my language, y'all. I'm not trying to get you cut off, but a lot more stuff going on in the shadows. Let's just say that. So I want to say this. I think that what we have to, one thing that we need to understand is this is the United States versus Diddy. This is not Cassie versus Diddy. Cassie got paid. That's why none of those videos even matter. She got paid for the video with the hotel. Diddy got paid for the video at the hotel. So none of this stuff even matters. It's just about public opinion at this point. And it's just to stir our minds and to get us like, oh my God, like what do y'all believe? And if y'all believe this, it just goes to show you that the government is very much dumb. And I want to give you some examples here with No Child Left Behind. Okay. Steve Jobs has no degree. Bill Gates has no degree. Mark Zuckerberg has no degrees. Now, Mark Zuckerberg has degrees in like honoraries or like life experience degrees, but they all quit college. They all quit college. They all quit school. So it just goes to show you the ego behind a degree, all this stuff, and just behind America, just a whole bunch of dumb people just operating. People that you're like, oh my God, they don't even know what, if you put red and blue together, that it makes purple. They don't even know that. A lot of these people are so ignorant to the reality because they live in their own. And it's always about vested interest. So whose money is going to take care of this and that? And you have to understand, behind P. Diddy, he had a lot. He had Ciroc. He had other big names and industries behind him. So, but I want to say this, and I know I'll be all over the place. This is, like I said, getting back to it, United States versus Diddy. It's not Cassie. Right. It goes to show how dumb the United States is. Because you're using Cassie and a whole bunch of addicts and crackheads and people who wanted them to spot and then they couldn't get, like you would do the same thing if you worked at Target and you're trying to get management. You're like, you know what? And they didn't give it to you. And then all of a sudden they had to do it. News had to do an interview on you. But like, yep, they gave it to fucking Becky over here. She's bitch. You'll be talking shit too. Until like, they were like, well, we was considering you. Oh, you were.
Yeah, that's all real, And I'm glad you said what you said about how, people like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates don't have degrees. But people got to realize, regardless of where you are in your life, you're necessary for the economy. Even if you fucked up out here, it's necessary to have people that's fucked up out here, man. People got to play their position. And it's also good to know that you have the power to change your circumstances depending on how bad you want to change them. So some people don't want it bad enough. Some people would rather just be where they are because it benefits somebody else.
True.
It's unfortunate, but that's just the reality of it, man. Your situation is benefiting somebody, even if it's not benefiting you.
Correct. Because I have to take on somebody else's pain throughout the day, for them to have freedom of mind. like I have to help them or, help them. Yeah, it's a lot to it. I'm so sorry because I wrote down some bullet points for you because I know last time you tried to hang up on me. Because I was talking
Oh,
too
you
much.
on point. You on point today. You ain't slip. You ain't slip up now. One time. You all the way. You've
What do
been
you think of
practicing. You've been practicing.
I'm just really good at this, but I want to say something here to you. Okay, so there was one thing that stuck out. Remember I told you, I don't know if you remember, but I was like, Cassie, her image is going to be tarnished after the next day because everybody was like, oh yeah, she was abused and all this shit, and I still don't believe it in that way or see it that way that most do. Now I want to say this. Now it was okay for her to cuss out somebody for claiming that they could have a sex tape on her and she was going to kill them. Oh, this my life. And we got John, who got a whole bunch of other people leaning on him. You see how all these people keep coming up here. We needed him. Everybody up there crying because they needed him. They needed him. So he had all that to protect. And at the end of the day, and anybody, I used to sell dope back in the day. I'm just saying, and it's my reality. They can come for me if they want to. Go ahead, the United States. We got Trump. I'm gonna get out of this shit. Okay. No, but anybody who knows that when you do, your crackheads are the most loyalist. Your head, the most loyalist people, because they're gonna try. Oh, he good, as long as you keep feeding them. And when you stop feeding them, guess what? Oh, he did us wrong. He didn't give us a higher. Why would I give a crackhead, somebody who's willingly going to take this ecstasy and crack and give you a higher position? No.
That's so true. When you stop feeding those wolves, that's when they turn around and decide they want to eat you. They'll pack together and eat you alive before they go hungry.
Dawn Richards and her little ex-boo thing. Both of them struggling. Anyway, we'll get to them. I can dig into her ass, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
The point I stress is that all these people are in the entertainment industry. So when they show up to entertain, rather it's in the courtroom because cases is the thing that's popping nowadays, man. It's what's going on. People not listening to music or even watching movies. People want to hear what's going on with the hottest court case, man. It's the new money. It's the new economy. And they're all a part of it, man. They're laying the blueprint for the future. I think this is the best way for a brother to get some attention, especially if you got a scandal going on. It's a whole bunch of money. It's all about fame. They've been saying for years, good publicity or bad publicity. It's all good publicity because you getting publicity. That's what it's all. If you get attention, you can generate money. So for all of them being in the position of attention, it's a win-win.
Not really. Yes, true. You're right. You would see it that way. You would think that you would know how to take care. Like with the mindset that you have, if you had that celebrity, you know how to fucking take that shit and just roll with it and get the fuck on with it, but not them. Not a lot of people like that. When you had Cassie actually speak for herself, you found out she had 3 brain cells. Okay, that's why her celebrity stardom didn't hit like that. Because if she was hitting like that with that beauty, we would all be all ears. At the end of the day, nobody was really slutting Cassie like that, no matter what. We had celebrities who look bummish, and people love the fuck out of them. J. Cole, he looks like a fucking bum. But I mean, then again, his music speaks for itself. But I'm just saying, like, there's people out here, like Seal. Oh my God, he got Heidi Klum. But there's people, all I'm saying, let me get to my point, is that a lot of time, I feel like what we're finding out now with this P. Diddy case, when I said No Child Left Behind, and we go through all these people, is that there's just a whole bunch of dumb shit right in front of our face, in front of our face. A whole bunch of dumb shit. Like, this shit don't even matter to none of us. Cassie got paid. It's about the United States trying to make a case on Diddy, and they're dumb. Because look who they're using. A whole bunch of quote-unquote crackheads. I'm just saying that they're not crackheads. They might be everything else, but I'm just saying it. They're heads. And to use against Diddy, it just makes our government look bad, especially overseas. Now, what I was trying to get to in the fact of Cassie threatening some dude about her career, you show my sex tape, this is my life, I'll have you end it. Now you know where P. Diddy was coming from, okay? Because Cassie is the type, every time they got to an argument, she tried to run, I'm going to write a book. See, this is all her. She been doing this shit with you. I'm sorry. If there was a dude I'm with and he wanted to threaten me every time to go threaten something that we did in private, I'm going to have his ass whooped, okay? I'm going to find the next prep. I don't care if it's the KKK, and I'm black too, just y'all. I don't give a fuck, but you're not gonna ruin my money. All these big multi-million-dollar deals I got going on, all because your pussy heart is broken right now. Okay, your little coochie heart is broken. That's exactly. Her little coochie heart is broken, and she knew how to maneuver. Now, anything like this, they're talking about, oh, she had to stay ready in those text messages and stuff. If you're dating a man of that caliber, I'm just telling you, as a woman, if you're dating a man of that caliber, I'm going to stay ready. I'm going to pretend I'm ready at every message that you send me. Because he got money, honey. He got money. What the Quinta used to say? He got money. Okay? He got money. He gonna give me that life. So I'm gonna stay ready. Anytime he asks me, your coochie wet? Fuck yeah, it could be dry as a fucking Sahara desert. But guess what? It's wet for you, and I will find the nearest lube or water fountain near me to make
for
it
the money. For
that money, to keep that attention, because there's all types of pick-me's. I was with a bum-ass dude and had a whole bunch of pick-me's trying to get the man. So just you can only imagine her, and with a man like P. Diddy, even at the time, there's a whole bunch of pick-me's, whether they be slow or smart. They both, they're still pick-me's, and they still got
They're willing. They're willing and able.
They're willing and able. So you would never, ever feel in that position of Cassie or anybody that you could ever really be. Even Beyonce struggled with that. She even wrote an album. You want somebody with good hair or a good weave. A better weave job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real, man. Beggars can't be choosers. Sometimes you got to get in where you fit in. And seeing how Diddy going through it with Cassie, I think he sold himself very cheap with this situation. But she was willing to, like everybody else, she was willing to give him what he want. And when you got money, people are willing to give you whatever it is that you want. You want valet parking. You want to sit in the front row at the Lakers game. You can. It's all up to you. If you got the money, there's people willing to compensate you for whatever it is they can do for you to make you happy. They're going to do it because you're the person with the bag.
Thank you. And they make a job in your life. Okay, for example, I'm a spiritual advisor. I make well over $100,000 a year. Okay, I'm very successful, one of the top on my platform. And now I live in a beautiful home. Now I got a whole bunch of Hispanic men that knock on the door trying to find, I'll come knock and cut your grass every Friday for you. Oh, you just give yourself a job. Now I got family members that call. Oh, I'm going to call and make sure they create a job in your life or a position so that they can continually get paid. And like Cassie did with Diddy, I'm going to be that freak off bitch for you. I'm going to create this position for myself. Yeah, it's a position he let her have, but she definitely created the lane for it. I mean, there was a whole bunch of stuff.
That's deep. That's deep. I like what you said. People will make a job. They know you got money. They will figure it out to get your money. Whatever they can offer you, they're going to do it. Whatever it is that you desire, they're going to make it happen just to get that bag.
Thank you. Now, one thing she did mention about Prince, and she didn't mention too much. She was just like, I was with Prince. Like, why was that even mentioned? Like, I'm pretty sure you was with a whole bunch of niggas. You didn't mention Jay-Z or nothing like that either. And,
that's true.
And so with that, I feel like those were like just like little, if you pay attention to the in-betweens, I feel like he had a part to play in Prince's murder. I predicted like 2 days after Jamie Foxx went into the hospital, and I have proof, and I'll send it to you, Instagram inbox, that I knew that he got sick from a P. Diddy party, from doing dope at a P. Diddy party. It wasn't pneumonia. And then all of a sudden, like a couple weeks ago, it came out that he admitted to it. And I'm like, what? I got proof of this from 2 years ago, for 2023. So I know I'm that psychic, y'all. If y'all need me, I'm here, y'all. But I would love to look at me. I'm up here creating a position. If you ever need me, you can inbox me, message me.
Yo, no doubt, man.
Today, I'm here today. I am here to be a
yes. That's what's, you know what, and everybody needs somebody like you in their life, because you know what time it is, even when people don't know what time it is. So we appreciate you, sister. And the next time you see me live, you got to call back, because we want to hear some more of your expertise. We ain't got none but love for you. We're going to holler at you on the next video. You be good, ma. No doubt. Take care. All right, you be good. Oh, goodbye. Word up, y'all. No doubt. Y'all heard what she said, man. She said Diddy coming home. A whole psychic called in and said it. This is what she do for a living. She a spiritual advisor, and spiritually she feel like Diddy coming home. Trump about to give him a pardon. And it's up to y'all how y'all feel about it. Me, I could care either way. But I do want to see him get back to his young daughter, though. Because that little girl, I know she miss her daddy. And it hurt my feelings when she was celebrating his birthday and she was looking around for her daddy and he wasn't there. Look at this. This is the only thing that really make me feel a certain type of way. Is knowing that baby love is looking for her pops. And he in jail because of Cassie. And Cassie just gave birth to a baby. And Diddy ain't able to spend time with his because of Cassie. And she getting bigger and bigger every day, man. The last time he was with her, she was just a little baby. And now she probably walking. She done said her first words. She done did all this shit without her daddy. That's what break my heart, man. Hopefully, if he do get pardoned or if he do make it up out of there and he able to spend time with his baby girl, that would be amazing. And this woman riding with him, she showed up to the court and everything with his family. So she's still waiting for her baby daddy to come home. And hopefully all this stuff he done been through, he do right in his life. Quit calling himself P. Diddy and call himself P. Do Right. That's what he need to do. Papa Do Right. That need to be his new name if he come home. If Trump do give him the pardon. But that's Negro here nor there, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. Yo, if we get another call, we gonna kick it. What time is it? Okay, we gonna do this for like 3 minutes unless we get another call. And I'm interested to hear what they talking about in the news anyway. So let's listen at this real quick. Phone lines open if y'all want to participate. If not, I got you. All you gotta do is kick back and watch the show. Here we go.
Scrapbooks for his birthday, despite the alleged abuse. Mia saying, quote, "I was young and manipulated and eager to survive. I'm unraveling a lot of this now in therapy," she went on to say. She also said she thought making Combs a scrapbook would make him happy. The assistant also worked under Combs for 8 years, testifying she was sexually assaulted by the rapper just a few months into her employment and multiple times throughout the years she worked for him. The defense attorney suggesting at least 3 times today that Mia was making up the sexual assault allegations, asking her, quote, "Mr. Combs never had unwanted, non-consensual, forcible sexual contact with you. Isn't that true?" Mia answers, "What I said in this courtroom is true. I have not lied to anyone at all." Mia will be back on the stand for more cross-examination on Monday morning. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump making headlines outside of the courtroom, being asked for the first time about this trial from a reporter in the Oval Office. The president responding to a question that was posed to him on whether he would pardon Sean Diddy Combs if he was convicted of a federal crime. The president responding and saying he'd have to look at the facts. That does it from here from Lower Manhattan, the federal courthouse, on another week of testimony that is now wrapped up. Andrew.
Yo, man, he said he got to look at the facts, y'all. If it ain't adding up, if it ain't making no sense, then Trump going to go ahead and hit that pardon button. And we've been saying this whole time, this shit don't make no sense. It don't make no sense, man. Gonna look into it. It ain't gonna take him long to see what the fuck is going on here. So it's a possibility. Did he? I don't know, man. We gotta wait and see. We got the NBA playoffs happening, and it really ain't. I mean, I ain't excited about it. I want OKC to win, and the Indiana Pacers. They're a solid team, whatever. But it ain't like we got LeBron in the finals, or we ain't got the Warriors in the finals. Like, these teams ain't really got no superstars like that. So, but they're young stars in the making, and it's always good to see the young guys get a shot instead of the people that have been dominating for the past 10, 15 years. You know, you got some young blood. Either way it goes, some young blood about to win the championship. That's great. And besides the NBA, we got the Diddy trial, and when the Diddy trial over, what we gonna do? It's gonna be a drought out in this bitch. I'm gonna be looking to see what the Brat got going on. Matter of fact, let me get a head start before I get out of here. What the Brat and Big Booty Judy got going on? Because if that ain't entertaining, I don't know what is. If we ain't talking about Diddy, then I guess we gonna be talking about the Brat and her wife, the Big Booty Judy. What's going on here, man? The brat cheated on the brat pregnant by another man. The brat cheated on Big Booty Judy with boss man D-Lo. What's that dude that had a baby by those two girls that like girls? What's the nigga name? It's a rapper. He had a baby with a female couple. Somebody help me out. I forgot what his name was. Say the brat pregnant by him. Big Booty Judy bust that thing open for Shannon Sharp. Have Shannon hopping out the truck and Big Booty Judy waiting bent over for Shay Shay. People gonna have to figure it out. Once Diddy out the way, ain't gonna be shit else to talk about, man. Hip hop is dead. And you know what? Diddy gonna be the nail in hip hop's coffin. It's gonna be so played. All that shit they rapping about, you gonna be like, all right, don't get yourself incriminated, young man. Like, I fuck a bad bitch, her and her friend, nigga. Like, all right, you might want to calm that down, bruh. Rap gonna be cringe after Diddy. Like, I pop a Molly with them hoes, go to town on them bitches. Like, you might not want to do that, sir. All their careers gonna be over. When the Diddy trial over, Future, all them niggas, man. Whatever they rapping about is gonna be criminal. The game, once Diddy is out the way, the game is over. Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if y'all feel like Trump should give Diddy that pardon, and let me know why in the comment section below, man. I really do appreciate y'all. I'ma holla at y'all on my next video. Y'all be good out there. I'm gonna be seeing y'all real soon, man.